The utilization of video to document preparation and service activities in the food truck industry can be a real game changer for owners that are looking to improve their success and then also streamline their operations. So today we're going to explore how to turn your security system into a way to improve your business. Welcome to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. My name is Bill Moore. I am a food truck business coach, author of 5 food truck vending books, including Food Truck 101 and Food Truck 201. This podcast is all about helping you start and grow your food truck business.
Membership means more with American Express Business Gold. Earn 4 times membership rewards points in your top 2 eligible spending categories every month, including eligible U.S. advertising purchases and select media, and U.S. purchases at restaurants, including takeout and delivery. What are you waiting for? Get the card that flexes with your spending every month. Terms and points cap apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-gold. Amex Business Gold Card. Built for business by American Express.
Part of a security system for a food truck or a food trailer would include a lot of different physical apparatus to be added to the trailer. We're talking about hitch locks or wheel locks, those kind of things. One of the more passive ways to get a security system would be to use cameras. And there are a number of food truck owners that do that, both on the inside and outside of their food trucks. What I want you to get in the habit of doing is utilizing the interior shots especially to create content not only for your social media, but also content to help you improve your operations. Many years ago when I worked for Hardee's, we had a small franchise. We had 5 stores. The director in our weekly meetings would require all of us managers to bring with us to those meetings the VCR tapes of one day of the week. Our security system recorded on a VCR. It recorded 24 hours. And our goal every day as far as management went was to remember to change out those tapes. So all the stores usually had 14 days worth of tapes. So every Monday we would have to change out the Sunday tape, put the Monday tape in, and let it record over. And then again, we were required in those meetings to bring those tapes with us. He would ask us to fast forward to a specific point in the day, and then we would sit and review those tapes in the manager's meeting. We were looking for speed of service on the drive-thru as well as the front counter, and also looking to see what the staff was doing during those particular time frames. Generally, we would look at a time frame that was during what would be the quote-unquote busy time, usually between 11 and 1 o'clock in a fast food restaurant. But then every once in a while, he would say, let's pick a off-hour time. And we would fast forward to like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. What's the staff doing during an obvious downtime? Are they prepping? Are they cleaning? Or are they goofing off? So those tapes would be very, very enlightening, especially to the managers that weren't really on top of things, because they would expose a lot of problems in those tapes. Now, if you want to think about a professional athlete, or you want to think about even the modern gamer, the ones that take their gaming seriously, the ones that want to improve and be able to win tournaments, they rewatch video plays of themselves. And they rewatch it to see what they missed. Because in the heat of the moment, they could have missed things that were very obvious, but because they were too focused on one part of the game, they didn't pay attention to the other parts. And it's the same with professional athletes. They will watch, videotape after videotape of their performances and the team's performances, and how can we do better than what we did the last game. So watching video is a part of somebody who makes millions of dollars a year, so it probably ought to become a part of your routines as well, so you can start to improve your business and then make a whole bunch more money. One of the additional benefits to being able to watch your own videos is you're also going to be creating content. Now, those same gamers that record themselves playing their video games to see what they missed and what they didn't miss also stream their games, often live performance. And if they're not streaming, they are editing their videos to put that up with a voiceover of what they were doing while they were playing. So they're utilizing their activities in a couple of different ways. You can do the exact same thing on your food truck. Turn those cameras on to each station. Position the camera so you're watching what the crew person's doing or even what you're doing, because you want to get better too. Position that cashier camera so that not only is watching the cash drawer, because that's important, but it's also angled just enough to see what the cashier and the guest are doing. Is the guest reacting to a happy cashier? Does the guest seem frustrated with the cashier? Turn the audio on so you can hear what they're saying. How long does it take your cashier to answer the window when someone steps up? Was somebody there 2 minutes before anybody noticed them? Those are the things you got to know so you can improve. You're not looking to beat yourself up or beat the cashier up and go, look, they were there for 2 minutes and you didn't even notice them. The question would be, how can we make sure this never happens again? Presence alert system. That's what it's called at the drive-thru. Depending upon how long you've been doing this, or if you've ever worked in a place that had a drive-thru, there's a multitude of ways they know there's a car out there. The very first restaurant I worked for had the old hose that ran across where the car would pull over, and it would set off the little bell inside based on the air pressure of that hose being ran over by the tires, just like old gas stations. And we would have to go out and reposition that hose very frequently because sometimes it would get out of position to the point where a car could be sitting there, but the wheels haven't touched the hose yet. And then we got a little bit more modern, and we had metal detectors. So where a car would pull in front of the speaker, a little ding would go off letting us know there's something that was metal that passed in front of the speaker. Of course, there are ways that could be tricked as well. So you have a car that's towing a trailer. So you get the ding, and then you're going to have a few seconds later another ding because a trailer is now passed in front of the metal detection system. Or they have magnetic loops in the ground that are implanted in the actual concrete or blacktop. And it's a little loop, and they call it a loop detector, and it detects when something drives over top of it. There's a lot of different ways to be notified of a guest. You can even get the little sensors that detect motion, and that would be beneficial for a food truck. Little motion detectors let you know that, hey, there's something that moved in front of your window. You might want to turn around, look, and see if there's somebody standing there. All of those things help you to get better at your job. It's not a way to beat up somebody because they didn't notice a guest that was standing there for 2 minutes. But then as you're looking at those videos, you can look at the details. How long did it take the cashier to ring up the order? Did it take 1 minute? And if you can listen and pay attention to the audio, it might expose problems with your POS system. It might be clumsily programmed. It may be too difficult to do modifications. There can be all kinds of things that can be exposed just by listening. Because all the planning in the world doesn't matter. What you need to be able to do at this point is react to what you're able to see on a video. So you can listen to, did they suggest a sell? Did they upsell? Because those are two different things. An upsell is taking a hamburger and adding cheese to it. We're improving that. We're upselling it. We're adding bacon to it. We're adding mushrooms. Anything that costs additional money, that's an upsell. A suggested sell is the cashier saying something that's not already been ordered. So the guest orders a burger and fry and a drink. The suggestive sell would be, hey, would you like a dessert with that? Or if they only order a burger and a drink, hey, would you like some fries? That's suggesting something they didn't already order. You're rounding out the meal. All of that can be trained and improved upon if you are actually watching your videos. You also can do the same thing with your fry person, your grill person, your sandwich assembly person, your expediter, whatever you call those positions. You can watch what they do and then time it to see how they're reacting to new orders. So hopefully you got a KDS system. But if you don't have a KDS system and you're doing the Stone Age thing of hanging up a paper ticket, or even worse, you're depending upon memory, each of those things still need to be timed. How long did it take the ticket once it's hung before it's pulled and moved on to the next position or expedited and sent out the window? How long did it take? Because you might think you are super fast. You may even have guests saying, wow, that was fast. But those guests may be saying, wow, that was fast based on prior experience where you were slow, or based on their experience with other food trucks that are slow. Slow is relative. If it takes 8 minutes to get a sandwich out, most people are going to be pretty happy with that. If it comes out in 3 and it's delicious, they're going to be ecstatic. But if it takes 20, even though you felt like that 20 minutes flew by, it was only 2 because you were hustling and you were sweating and you're just doing 10,000 things to get the order out, you felt like the time flew by. But the dude that's standing out there twiddling his thumbs going, man, left my phone at work. I could have been doing emails and texting people. I thought I'd get this sandwich quick. So he's out there getting frustrated because it took 20 minutes. But to you, the time flew. But if you got it on video, you'd be going, man, look what I was doing. Look how long it took me to do that. I didn't even get the food started until we were 12 minutes into the order. You start to see things if you got videos to look at. And it's not to beat yourself up. It's to, what can I do to make sure this doesn't happen again? Because you're going to make mistakes. The idea is to not repeat those mistakes. Find new ones to make. Now, one other thing you're going to get out of creating this documentation to help you to improve your operations is you can also now use the really good clips, the really good little segments of video that everything was perfect. Now you have something to train with. This is how a sandwich should be assembled. Look how neatly this was done. Look at the end result. This is how a cashier should order take. When you have that little snippet that's perfect, now you got that example to be set. That becomes a training video. And if you remember, I've talked about training before. If you want to remember those steps, it is STAR, S-T-A-R, which stands for show, tell, allow them to try, and then redirect. So you're going to create a STAR in your business. You have to show them what the job is. That's what a video does. It shows them in real time. Look, we can produce a perfect sandwich. Here's how one should look. Here's this person making a perfect sandwich in real time. That's show, and a video can do that for them. So you don't have to embarrass somebody while you're showing them with live guests standing all around. So you have the show, and that's part of the training process. That's what a video does, and you want to get it in real time. Showing a video from a security camera, and I'm talking about a high-quality security camera, one that's going to record in at least high defin. It's going to record in a good, solid definition. If you're able to show a video from that, you're teaching your employees that this can be done. It's not some expectation that no one else can achieve. It can be done. So you got training videos being created in real time all day long. All day long. Guess what else you got being created? You got content for your social media. That little funny comment that you made when a guest steps up and says something that you just came up with that witty remark. There's your 30-second video to put on TikTok or on YouTube Shorts. Or you can show the behind the scenes. This is how we prep. This is how we clean the fryer. This is how we clean the grill. This is what we do every day. And it's being recorded. You don't have to think about content. You don't have to do anything other than watch it and edit it. And then watch it and learn. What did we do well? Let's duplicate this tomorrow. What helped us to be this good in this particular situation? And then the things that you don't do well. And there's going to be things you don't do well. Hopefully you can recognize those. Once you recognize them, don't get upset. How can we make sure this doesn't happen again? You're going to make mistakes. That's part of being a human being. But the trick is to not make the mistakes a second time. Because when you make a mistake a second time, you're only one step away from a pattern of mistakes. We don't want to ever get into a pattern of mistakes, because that is a very slow road to failure when you keep making the same mistakes over and over and over. So use your security cameras. Keep yourself secure. Use them to become a training tool so that you can improve your current operations. Use them to record for training videos. This is the perfect sandwich. This is a perfect way to take care of a guest when they place an order. This is a perfect way to hand out the food. So you have training content. And then lastly, you have social media content. Edit those clips down. Somebody does something awesome. There you go. You got a minute worth of video. Post it. You don't have to sit and think about it. And I promise you, every day you're going to have opportunities in those videos to get better. And every day you're going to have something like, wow, look at that sandwich. Look at that plate of food. That's exactly how I want it to go out. You're going to have it every single day. Just all you got to do is spend the time to look through that security footage. Use those cameras. They're there for a reason. It's not just to keep you safe. It's there for you to learn from and improve from. If the $1 million athletes can spend time watching themselves play a football game, or the 16-year-old that's going to win a Fortnite tournament can spend 8 hours a day watching videos of himself playing so he can get better and win, surely you can do that too. Thank you so much for listening to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. If you're finding all the information helpful to your food truck business, please become a monthly supporter of the podcast. Just hit the support button or follow the link in the description. Every little bit does help keep us going. Join our Facebook group. It's called Food Truck Training. We have a whole bunch of awesome members at all different levels, from brand new beginners to decades-old veterans. They've all got your back when it comes to helping you with your food truck. And again, thank you for listening. Come back tomorrow, because you know I got plenty more to say when it comes to helping you and your food truck business grow.